Hello, today's story is called Joseph Had a Little Overcoat, and the person who wrote this story is called Siwms Taback. There are some funny pages in this book. They've got holes in the pages, so don't forget to look for the holes in the pages. Joseph had a little overcoat. He wore the coat for a long time, and then something happened to it. And there's a little tale behind the story. Joseph had a little overcoat. It was old and worn. There's the hole there, just there, that little shape. If I lift the page, you might be able to see it better. There's the hole. And look at this, it's like magic. So he made a jacket out of it and went to the fair. Joseph had a little jacket. It got old and worn. Can you see the hole in the book? So he made a vest out of it and danced at his nephew's wedding. Joseph had a little vest. It got old and worn. There's the hole in the book again. There, you can see my hand. So he made a scarf out of it and sang in the men's chorus. Joseph had a little scarf. It got old and worn. There's a much smaller hole now. So he made a necktie out of it and went to visit his married sister in the city. Joseph had a little necktie. It got old and worn. There's the tiny little hole. So he made a handkerchief out of it and drank a glass of hot tea with lemon. It's a handkerchief. Joseph had a little handkerchief. It got old and worn. Now you've got to look very carefully now to see the hole. There's the hole right there, about as big as a pin. So he made a button out of it and used it to fasten his suspenders. Sometimes we call suspenders braces. Joseph had a little button. One day he lost it. Now he had nothing. So Joseph made a book about it, which shows you can always make something out of nothing. All the pieces that he cut out to tell the story. I liked the pictures in this book. There's a little story right at the end, and it says, "Dear readers, as a child I had a favourite song, a Yiddish folk song called I Had a Little Overcoat. Many years ago I adapted the song to make a book, and I called it Joseph Had a Little Overcoat. Some people noticed that Joseph looked a lot like me. Now you know that no artist is ever satisfied with his work, but usually we don't get to do it over. So I am particularly happy to be publishing this newly illustrated version of Joseph. I hope that all of you who wrote to me about the early version will take this one to your hearts. That would prove that you can always make something out of nothing, over and over again. And the music's here, but I don't know the tune, so perhaps you could just make a tune up in your head. I had a little overcoat, much too old to sew. Then there's lots of la 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 las. I had a little jacket, much too old to sew. La 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 la. You get the hang of it, don't you? So think about what you sit reading in the story. Overcoat to jacket, jacket to vest, vest to tie, tie to button. He did miss the handkerchief out in the song, so just remember that. All right. Good night if you're going to bed now. Thank you for listening.